All right. Are we on the internet?
The Our Anime Podcast. I think so. I think, this has been a little tricky, but you know what? It's always worth it when it comes to our waifus.
It sure is. It sure is.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we're doing this live, and we're doing it for the real waifus out there.
Yeah, none of them fake waifus.
None of them fake waifus. Are you guys excited for this? Like, honestly, the best girl contest for me is one of my favorite things about the R anime community, which has always been surprising because I found the whole context around waifu wars occasionally problematic at times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, I'm with you.
But for me, there's just something about the R anime best girl contest that even more than the best guy or best character, which are great contests and really fun polls, there's just something about this one that particularly draws me in.
It's a community event. It just grabs everybody.
It was the first one too, because after we had the best girl contest, we started having other ones. We had the best character, we had best guy, we had best couples and everything, but really it was best girl that had the initial one. And Sinris,
yes,
just to make sure things don't jump around, do you want to just click on your icon on the bottom right real quick so we make sure we have the screen share up all time? So bottom right your screen, there we go.
Okay,
so even when I'm talking, we'll be able to show the bracket to everyone.
Perfect.
But even for all you audio listeners out there, we're going to be reading out the big matchups to go over everything, so you're not going to be missing much of anything out there right now. We're still getting people in here, so Maz, what are some of the early best girl contest memories you have?
Sorry, what?
Some early best girl contest memories you have of this, some fond memories or anything.
Oh, memories. Last year specifically, I did a thing on my side channel where I did a reaction to every single round and all.
Wow.
Yeah, I mostly did that just because this time last year I had just moved into the current house that I live in, so that's kind of why I did it, just to mess around with my room and all. But that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, how about you, Sinris? What's a fond memory for you with the best girl
contest? I don't think it was the first best girl contest I was around for, maybe the second one. The first time
2.22. Oh my gosh.
The first time I revealed my face on our anime was I made a
Did you dunk your head into a toilet?
I did not do that. No, I did. This was the year after the toilet head.
The swirly.
Yeah. It was during just the nominations round. I made a bet that Mama Ragi wouldn't make it into the bracket, because this was before we had the 5 characters per franchise rule.
Oh, right.
And I ended up being wrong.
Oh,
Mama Ragi was in there, and as my punishment for that, I had to eat two or three slices of watermelon, including the rinds.
Oh, what?
So there's a video out there on YouTube somewhere of me it was just 2, I think, chomping my way through those. It took me almost 10 minutes to get through them. It wasn't too bad at first, but by the end, my jaw was so sore.
Can you eat the rinds?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, wow.
They're perfectly fine. Although, I did somehow manage to miss that, the little plastic sticker was still on one of them. So I ate the sticker.
Oh, man. The things we'll do for waifus.
Yep.
For me, I think the most fun is when we were doing, I think it was the third one. The second one I got super salty because Yukino beat Saber. And of course, I love Saber.
Right.
But the third one, Salt Crusaders, I was like leading the Biri Brigade. She was like the 60th seed or something. And I was like, buzz, motherfuckers. And just like, we just had that thing going. And I was going to be in the air on my way to Japan when the final dropped. And I was like, yo, Shaw, text me as soon as that drops so I can find out as soon as I get off the plane whether or not Biri won. And so I do, and I'm like, this is it. My vacation is already amazing. I'm like 2 seconds into Japan, and it's already the best.
So you were responsible for...
I was responsible for that upset with Biri. But did you know there's...
Remind me who she was facing in the finals?
Megumi Taroko.
Oh, yes.
From Food Wars. And did you know Food Wars is licensed by our friends over at Sentai Filmworks and High Dive?
I think we've got enough people have migrated to the right stream now that you can.
I think so too. Yeah. Where we can let people know that thanks to our friends over at Sentai Filmworks and High Dive, we will be giving away not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7 Blu-rays for this event for the Best Girl contest. We've got animes that like are just chock full of best girls. We've got Kokoku. We've got Comfort, Just Because, Land of the Lustrous, which is an interesting one for the Best Girl contest. We can get to that a little later. Cutie Honey Universe. Is it wrong to expect that Hot
Cutie
Spring...
Honey is a solid Best Girl.
Oh, man, yeah. Which, I recently found out that Cutie Honey and Honey and Clover are 2 very different shows.
Yes.
Wow.
For the longest time, I thought they were the same thing because, Cutie Honey and Clover, they're kind of the same. It's kind of how I accidentally watched Kyokai no Kanata when I was trying to watch Kara no Kyokai.
Yeah, no, classic mistake.
Classic mistake. We also have the Is It Wrong to Expect a Hot String in a Dungeon OVA, which was the OVA for Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon, which is getting its 2nd season starting next season, if I believe correctly. And it's going to be streamed over at Sentai and High Dive, so make sure you check those out. And lastly...
Side Hive.
And lastly, we'll also have the one, the only Monster Musume Everyday Life with Monster Girls complete collection Blu-ray. So you'll have all the Mon Musu girls that you could ever want. I am sure Colonel Panic might be happy. I believe he's a fan of a certain spider girl.
He likes the snake, if I remember correctly.
Oh, he likes Mia. I thought he liked the harpy, Papiwa Harpy.
Yeah, I thought he was really into the bird.
Well, there's so many best girls that we can't possibly list them all, but you can watch them all. All you have to do is retweet any of the tweets that have the episodes for each round. We'll be announcing all 7 winners at the end, so you'll have a chance every time you sign up. And all you have to do is RT the tweet or post in the YouTube link below, in the comments below. Go in our chat, subscribe to us, and then follow Tokyo Paw Fathers, which is our Twitter account, follows Sentai Filmworks account, and then High Dive Official. And of course, we have that High Dive Official promo code, as always, TAP 2019. It's some couple numbers after that. I want to say it's 338-4438 or something like that. It's in this description below. And if you sign up with that, you get half off your first month of using High Dive. So it's $2.49 for a whole month of HD unlimited streaming anime, including some of the ones that we're about to go over right now. So today we finally got our whole roster of 512 best girls to get through in this one.
Well, 512 girls, only one.
Oh, that's girl. True. That's true. Only one best girl. And we also have a couple of extra inclusions. So we do have some of the characters from Hoseki no Kuni, Land of the Lustrous. And just to get that out of the way, it was decided that they would be allowed to participate in both Best Girl and Best Guy, as they are non-binary characters.
Yep.
But just because they're non-binary doesn't mean they shouldn't be allowed to be in these contests for popularity.
Everyone can be a best girl deep down in their
heart. If you believe in the heart of the best girls. So today is Group A, and we have everything settled out for the beginning. And to start off at the very beginning, we have the one, the only, number 1 seeded Megumin. The queen of explosion.
She's been top seed last year too, wasn't she?
I think so.
She was. Aqua was top seed.
Oh, Aqua was top seed last year. Aqua's second seed,
which was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then Aqua this year is
second seed.
She's number 2.
Seed.
Yeah,
gotcha.
On the other side.
Interesting. So we got.
Why do you think
Konosuba
that
girls
is
at
over
1
the
and
course
2.
of the past year? Like the popularity of those two has shifted, so now Megumin is above Aqua.
Okay, my theory for Aqua being #1 seed last year is because I think a Konosuba girl being #1, no surprise there. But Aqua specifically, I would like to say that some people would have simply omitted Megumin from their ballot, like they didn't vote for her because they knew that she would get votes anyway. So, but meanwhile, the joke is that everyone hates Aqua. She's a piece of shit. So
she's the dominant.
So everyone would like vote for her without any question because haha. And so on accident, she got #1 seed.
Yeah, I can see that. Aqua is my favorite Konosuba.
Maybe they're like dead even, but then an Aqua stand died. Yeah, she made them turn undead. Is what happened. And for me, I always love Aria Takahashi character getting the #1 seed who plays Megumin. So I'm very happy about that. Great voice actress. So I can see her doing pretty well. I believe the girl she's going up against first is from either Ori Imo or Eromanga Sensei. It's like one of those two.
I don't know. I don't recognize her.
She's 512 though. So yeah. I mean, congrats to her for making
it. It's a mixed blessing.
It's a mixed blessing in this another world or whatever.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. There we go.
This wonderful contest.
There we go. Someone's got it. And then, so today we've also got Chito from Girls Last Tour up against Major Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, so this is an interesting one because like the first rounds are usually not very exciting because it's just like all of the high seeds obliterating all of the low seeds. But Chito versus the Major is the one right in the middle, seed 256 versus seed 257.
Right.
So this is the one that has the biggest chance of going either way.
Like
and
Chito,
it's a tough one for me because I love Chito. But the Major is very good for very different reasons.
Hey, it's almost as if, Cinerus, a couple members of the podcast got you Girls Last Tour for your birthday or something.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, Girls Last Tour was a great show. It's almost like the epitome of the best girl contest, right? We have kind of recency bias with Chito. She did come out like 2.5-ish years ago versus Kusanagi, which, Ghost in the Shell was in the 90s. Of course, a Standalone Complex is a little bit more recent, but it's more of a snob show, for lack of better term.
Yeah. Ghost in the Shell is one of those shows that's just like, it's evergreen. Like people are always thinking and talking about Ghost in the Shell, regardless of how much time has gone by. It's like how even all these years later, Hollow is still 3rd seed.
Right, it's crazy.
Just like for some reason, just whether it's because of the quality or whatever other aspect gives them lasting power. Like Spice and Wolf is something that people still care about. It hasn't like been lost to the sands of time.
Right. Same thing with Asuna, who got the 4th seed, which is surprising. I did not expect to see Asuna that high up there.
Yeah, well, neither did I. But I mean, there was
we just got Alicization.
I mean, but she barely shows up in Alicization.
I guess, but it's still like keeping Sword Art Online as a franchise fresh in people's minds,
Exactly.
Well, speaking of barely showing up, where are the My Hero Academia girls?
Yeah,
that's a great question. Actually.
That is. We have 2 in the top 30, right? We have Ochako at 5 and Yao Yoruzu at 14. Momo.
Oh God.
hey, we haven't even eliminated anyone yet. You can't get salty now, Maz.
I'm salty because
wait, did Tamako not make it?
At 17.
Wait. Did Tamako not make it?
Did Tamako not make it?
Wait, guys.
Control F.
Hold on.
Tamako is 291. Jesus
291.
Christ.
Okay, that's respectable.
Okay. She's up against Revi in the first round.
Oh my God. Tamako has had such bad luck every time she starts. She's gone up against like Gaien. She went up against Crystal Lens. She went up against Origairu girl. She's just like poor Tamako.
I haven't checked yet.
Is Shiki in this?
Yeah, there she is.
Okay.
My margins are all fucked up, so I can't actually read the seeds.
Ooh.
Someone tell me what seed Shiki is there.
Cinnamous, just zoom in. Zoom in.
Ooh, zoom in. You got this. You got this.
No, it's an issue of like I have.
She's
this-
292,
what the
292,
heck?
292, 292.
292. Okay, thank you.
Yes, interesting.
I have,
she's never been Shirley, which new Code Geass and all.
I have this up on my side monitor, which just like the margins on the side are off, so it cuts off a little bit.
Yeah, guys, the RMA podcast has been facing some tough times, so we've had to cut some margins here and there. Hey, so Samako's still there, but to go over these from the top 30 seeds, who do you guys think? I'm surprised Jabril is doing really well for No Game No Life, given how long it's been since NGNL came out.
Yeah.
Well, we did get the prequel film.
Didn't that come out like a year or two ago though?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was still kind of.
Yeah,
recent.
but that's still pretty recent.
And people liked it a lot.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people really like No Game No Life 0 more than they like the original No Game No Life.
Not really.
Like a lot of people who are like on No Game No Life really like No Game No Life 0.
Huh.
So 0-2, surprisingly, all the way down at 29.
Yeah, I think that's about where I expected to see her. She was definitely popular, so it's going to be high up there. But like the show went downhill enough that even the people who still liked 0-2 weren't into
that's true
in the Bronx anymore. So I didn't expect there to be like rabid craze for her.
I think this year Yui Gahama, she's C30 from Origai or Snafu, whichever title you prefer to use. She's always made like a Elite 8 run, and I feel like she's gonna have a chance to do that once again this year.
Yeah, she's a dark horse candidate.
She doesn't really have, but she's in a tough one because she goes up against Love Live Girl early on, but she should probably crush that.
Yeah,
Kagura is in her same bracket though, and if the Gintama fans come out in full force.
Gintama fans never get anything nice.
That's true. Damn.
Looking at Yui Gahama's bracket, I think she'll. The only competition she's, unless I'm wrong, but if she has to fight Winry, then that'll be tough. But otherwise, she actually, because like the seeds that are higher than her are like Yun and freaking, I just lost it. I don't know. Sorry, long week.
No worries. Yeah, it's Union's there. Jesus, there's not really much she wouldn't have to face She wouldn't have to face like Winry until like the Sweet 16 or so.
Yeah, so
like in her little division up until like the Sweet 16, she should be fine. Unless I feel like Sakura might give her a run for her money out of that. I feel like Sakura off the back of Heaven's Fuel 2 might have a pretty good run.
I don't know. I don't really have any faith in Sakura making it that far.
I mean, no one ever does. Isn't that the whole point of Fate?
Yeah. Sakura is one of those characters where, like, even within the fan base for her show, there is a large denomination of fans who hate her.
Yeah.
So she's never going to be, like, pulling as much weight as
that's true.
The other characters. I think this could be Saber's year.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe not 100% to win, but I could see her going pretty far. Like, up until finals, the like biggest competition she has to face is Asuna. And I see Asuna as the most likely of the top 4 to underperform.
Yeah, it's it'll be interesting to see. I don't know. I would love it for it to be Saber's year, but I just don't think she has the legs when you get to the very end. I don't think she has the fan base support because she hasn't like been the focus of a Fate anime in so long.
Yeah, that's true. There is the Grand Order Camelot coming soon.
There it is, but I don't think that's going to affect Best Girl too often. Although Tosa Got Rin did win it a couple years ago, but that was kind of off the back of UBW a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see these come out. I'm always excited because there's always going to be like a seed who's like below 60 that makes it to the Elite 8.
Right. Those are always the fun ones. Like a couple years ago, Watashi from
Humanity Has Declined. Yeah,
I don't think she made it to top 8, but she did go like way further than anyone expected her to.
I'm trying to think like maybe, and it's usually like a character that people don't usually think about. Like I don't know, like the K-Ons.
It's hard to predict who it's going to be.
the K-ons do well always, and they're well
Yeah.
seated, but there's just so much this splitting between. Maybe no, it can't be Taiga. It's been too long since Toradora for Taiga to really make a run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Megumi again, or is that old hat at this point?
I think the last season 3 of Shokugeki was received so poorly that I don't expect to see
the Shokugeki girls to do too well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I'm sure they'll do fine because they're still popular, but I don't think they're going to have like breakout runs.
Holy
honestly,
crap.
I don't think anyone really knows how Megumi got like that was a complete fluke.
Yeah.
Also, 0-2 has like the easiest road.
Oh, does she? Who's she up against?
She's against Tsukasa from Lucky Star, and then she faces the winner of Yuri from Girls Last Tour and Komugi from Hunter x Hunter. And then it's like Beatrice from ReZero, Iori from Kokoro Connect, Moeka from Steins Gate, Chiaki from I don't even know, but she's seeded 356.
Okay. Huh.
So she's got a easy path. Like the next group, her biggest competition will be either like Miki Sayaka from Madoka or Shiki.
Yeah.
But like she's got a pretty easy road actually.
Oh, you gotta be shitting. Hinata Miyake 141.
That's not bad at all. That's
Wait. Her versus Kumiko will be a good matchup in 2 rounds from now.
Yeah.
Because that's probably I don't see Miki Okudera from Kimi no Nawa beating Kumiko.
Yeah, no.
So Hinata versus Miyake will be good. That'll be me versus Maz. We should bring on Jack for that one.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction and say that Chihaya is going to have.
Chihaya goes on
a run.
Chihaya at 319?
Yeah. I think she's gonna beat Kangaroo. I think she's going to beat Kokoro, I think she's going to beat Kangaroo.
You think Chihaya can beat a Monogatari girl? Yo, the Monogatari stance are legion, though.
I know they are, but like, there's...
She might even not be Kokoro because of the Darling in the Franxx people.
I don't want to consider that possibility.
Yo, she's in Murderer's Row. Because look at who's in like her first little group, right? She's got Kambaru, she's got Faye Valentine, she's got Yuno from Mirai Nikki. She's got Honoka from Love Live. Like, she's not getting out of that group. I'm sorry. If she was in an easier group, yeah, I could totally see it.
Come back next year when she
aired.
People will have watched it.
We have season 3.
I was just thinking, like, with season 3 coming up, there's a lot of hype around.
If she was in an easier group, I could like for all these, like even if you're like popular-ish, the early groups matter so much, like who you're seated up against.
That's true.
The thing we have to well, if you want to move on, the thing we have to consider is that last year's contest was actually quite predictable, where you go into the final 8 and the lowest seed in the top 8 was 23, and it was Shoko from Koe no Katachi.
Right.
And then they did the 24-hour contest. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that went over terribly.
Yeah.
Where it was a Bunny Girl Senpai supremacy in there.
Right. And Kaguya was the other finalist, right?
Yeah.
I also have to say though,
it was fucking Hayasaka.
Oh, Hayasaka, yeah, from Kaguya.
It wasn't Kaguya herself, right?
Although I love Hayasaka as a manga reader. I just want to say I do have to go, unfortunately. Real quick. Sakura Kinomoto at 479 hurts me, and the fact that she's up against my favorite Keion in Ritsu, it's gonna be tough. I think Violet has a really, really easy bracket. Violet has super easy. She's got like no one in her bottom half that she has to worry about. Like maybe Yui from Keion later down the line, but really, it should be pretty easy.
How is Violet seeded 15? Can someone explain that?
Violet Evergarden was super popular, and you know I am so insulted by that I'm gonna leave. But I love Best Girl, so make sure to tune in. And talk about the promotion stuff at the end as well. So
yeah,
catch you guys later.
The plan
See you,
I'll mention now and we'll mention again when we're signing off. The plan is to do one of these live streams every 4 days at the beginning of each new round of bracket voting. So tune back in then. We'll be following this contest all the way up to the finalists. So Moz, for today's Group A voting, did you have any matchups that were particularly interesting to you?
I'll look through the list now.
We already mentioned Cheeto versus the Major.
Yeah,
tough one for me, but I did end up voting Cheeto.
Yeah, kind of like you guys said, the first round isn't really going to be all that big. Oh, there are 2 Kanas that are in the same match. That's kind of funny.
That is funny. What is Kana Kamishima from?
Parasite.
Oh, the Parasite. Oh, that Parasite girl. Oh, she was the worst.
Oh, you know what? Cathali from Suka is up against Ami from Toradora, so she's going to absolutely get owned. That's really sad. I love Cathali, and I think she got owned the first round last time as well.
There's an entire class of characters that just make it in near the bottom every year.
Yeah,
they're always there, and they just always get destroyed right at the beginning.
Guys, watch Suka, please, or at least do it for the Witch Hats. All right, Witch Hat Squad, where you at? Yeah. Other than that, though, there's Hinata Kawamoto is up against Altair from Recreators. I don't know how that's gonna go. Last year, all the Kawamoto sisters lost in the first round, which was a travesty. Just absolutely depressing.
Wow. I mean, Hina's seated almost 200 points above Altair.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yeah. 169 to 344.
Okay. That's not
so
bad.
I think season 2 was so Hina focused that she's definitely gotten a huge bump from that, regardless of whether or not I think she deserves it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much. Oh wait, I was about to say I don't have much going on in the A bracket, but Mayushi and Megumin are both here. So
yeah, but they'll be fine for quite a while, I think.
Yeah. Of course, Mayushi's my girl. I don't think she'll have any competition unless she has to fight Megumin in the same bracket, but even then that might be fine. I'm hoping for top 16 again. That was my prediction for her last year. She actually made it into the top 8 somehow, which was awesome. Yeah. I'd love to see that happen again, but I would be kind of shocked if it did.
Okay, now I actually never ended up watching Steins Gate Zero for a variety of reasons. But okay. So I don't know like how she is in that. But do you think that its recency gives her any sort of boost?
I think it did give her a pretty big boost last year because she was kind of at the forefront of a lot of things in Zero.
Okay. Do you think that'll last to this year as well, or is the hype from that kind of died down?
It's tough to say because Zero has developed a pretty mixed reaction after the fact. I think most people do like it, but I don't know. There are some people who aren't really a fan of what happens with Mayushi. So
got it.
Yeah,
she might suffer from it in the long run. Then there are a couple of other matchups on the right side of the bracket here that I think are kind of interesting. One of them, Annie Leonhardt versus Nanami from Katana Gatari. Nanami is just going to get absolutely obliterated. She's down like 350 seeds. Damn. But I do think that that's a better matchup than the seeds reflect. I don't know why Annie is still so highly seeded. She hasn't been in the show in like 6 years. And I guess like she wasn't a bad character by any means when she was, but I wouldn't expect her to be like such a grabber. I guess she is way below Mikasa, who's 9th seeded. But
oh my god, Mikasa's 9.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, Mikasa, not the best part of Attack on Titan.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Although I guess this doesn't surprise me because at least when Attack on Titan was still a lot more new, Mikasa was the girl in anime that everyone loved. Hell, I can't even complain because she was my first waifu. So
I definitely did love Mikasa at first. It's just like as the show has gone on and everyone around her has gotten so much focus and development, the fact that she hasn't just makes her stick out like a sore thumb to me now.
Yeah, I don't care about her at all anymore. Han Squad forever.
Yeah. And then so Phosphophilite versus Hanako Koyanagi, who's the woman from the other couple in Wotakoi, is a fun matchup.
That's kind of cool.
I'm surprised to see Fos seated so low. She's 217.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe awkward timing where Hozuki no Kuni is. I mean, even though it's only a year and a half out, it's still, I don't know, not fresh enough for a lot of people. And even though it was a show that people talked about a lot, it wasn't necessarily super popular.
Yeah, that's true.
There's kind of like a barrier of entry.
I guess you're right about that. And I think there's probably a contingent of people who feel that the gems shouldn't be in this contest.
I think that's wrong,
because of their
yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if there are people who like the show and like Fos, but aren't voting for her because they don't think she should be in a best girl contest.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the only ones that I found like really exciting, though. Misty versus Tomoko was a fun first round matchup. I always enjoy seeing the Pokemon characters perform well.
You know what's kind of what I think is one of the biggest surprises of this bracket is that Takagi's only 184. I thought Takagi-san was a much bigger show than that.
Was it? It was pretty. I think I'd expect her to be a little bit higher than that, but not by much.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I at least think she'd be top 100.
Yeah.
But she could be a
bracket looking this year. Chio's 49th seed. She's one I always want to go far. She always has like respectable runs, but I feel like drops out maybe a round or two earlier than she deserves. Our first big opponent is going to be Chitanda. Oh, I'm actually surprised that Chio is higher seeded than Chitanda. Do you ever watch Nozaki-kun?
I have not. It's like one of those shows that really? How can I not have seen it?
Yeah. No, I think you would love Nozaki-kun.
I probably would as well.
And it's an awesome series.
I did put the OP in my top 16.
Oh, okay. So you're familiar with that. The OP is such a banger.
It's oh yeah.
Yeah, Nozaki-kun's really, really good. It's probably my favorite comedy.
Nice.
It's up there with Carnival Phantasm. But it's between the two of those, definitely. Yeah, Chio, I could see an upset where Chitanda beats Chio in the third round. But if that doesn't happen, then she's going up against Tatsumaki after that. And that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
That is one I don't think I can see her getting past. Hold on. Is James from Pokemon not in the bracket at all? Or am I
James?
Yeah.
How can they forget James? He's the best girl of all time.
Oh, wait, fuck. Yes, this is the best girl contest. I just saw Jessie there with her seat. I was like, oh, I wonder where James is. Okay, never mind. Jessie sucks. James is the best character in Pokemon.
Correct. That is true.
Mm-hmm. All right. Were there any other girls you wanted to check their bracket for or anything before we sign off from round one? Like you were saying before, there's not a ton to talk about in the early rounds here.
Yeah, I don't think I got anything else. I guess last one is Hollow. I want to see where she is this year.
Hollow
She
is
is
third seed, if I recall
third.
correctly.
Okay. Interesting. I'm like forever opposed to Hollow now because her Hollow has the most annoying fan base out of any character in this entire contest. They're always so loud, and they always say that this year is gonna be the year. This is the year of Hollow, everybody. And then she loses in like the top 8 or something. It's absolutely fucking horrible. I was really willing to side with them last year because Mayushi got into the top 8, and Mayushi lost to Hollow. But I'm like, all right. Nope, no worries there. Big character. I'll side with Hollow fans. Sure, I'm fine with her losing or fine with her winning the bracket this year so everyone can shut up and everyone's so happy and excited. And then she immediately just gets destroyed in the next round. I'm like, fuck you guys. You can't do shit.
That's great. You accept that you'll pull for Hollow, but then as soon as she loses, you're still like, yes, that's what you deserved.
Get out of here. But yeah, that's it.
All right. Any girls you particularly hate who you want to see? How long it'll take for them to get out?
Well, aside from Hollow, not really. Actually, I don't know. I kind of hope.
Miyazono.
Oh God, where is Kaori?
She's 59th seed, so she's going down slowly but surely over the years.
Yeah.
Her first few rounds are easy.
Oh, she'll have to go against Winry. She's got no chance.
Oh yeah. She'll lose. She'll have no problem getting up to Winry, and then Winry will destroy her.
Absolutely. Yeah. Fuck Kaori.
Let's see. Any other fun or interesting ones?
I guess the only thing is I guess I hope that My Hero Academia won't get as much love this year because finally we're doing this contest when there isn't a season going on.
Actively airing, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully that helps.
I guess the fact that like Momo and Uraraka were the only two who were like really highly seeded from there, so that bodes well.
Yeah, where's Toga, that one girl everyone likes?
That's a great question, actually.
Oh my gosh, she's 87.
Wow,
that's surprisingly low.
I'm surprised to see her lower than Momo. Like, I know that Momo is super popular for some reason that doesn't make sense to me because she doesn't do anything in the show.
Because titties.
Well, yeah, but they're all titties.
True.
Like, every single female character in that show looks the same from the neck down.
Pretty much.
But yeah, Toga is like, maybe Toga is one of those characters who's just like, she's a weird character, and there are people who are like she is their kink, so they're really into her. But the average Hero Aka fan doesn't love her as much as they do the rest of the cast.
I guess that's true. She's very much like a Harley Quinn.
Yeah, right.
Like if you're like base lord edgy, then that's your favorite character.
Yeah. She's Harley Quinn, but like with blood.
Oh, and Frog Chan is at 45. That's also maybe surprisingly low. I think that's lower than last year.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so Toga.
Yeah, Suyu was 13 last year, so that's a
huge drop.
I'm glad finally this stupid meme character is dying off.
Yeah, I guess like, you think it's just because she didn't have a lot of screen time in the last season?
That could be it.
But usually it takes longer than just like one season without a lot of presence for a character to drop off. That's really bizarre. Yeah. I wonder why that is.
Maybe My Hero Academia fans watched more anime.
Someone in the comments is saying waiting for Hanekawa to get sniped early on. Fuck you. That's what I have to say about that.
She's at 42.
She's at 42.
She'll have to fight Toga.
She'll have to fight Toga. I guess it's possible Toga upsets her.
Oh god, that would be a disaster.
I would kill myself.
Me too. Double suicide live on the RMA podcast.
You know, Hanekawa is my third best girl of all time after Ryogi Shiki and Senjogahara. But if she gets up to face Shoko and loses to Shoko, I'll be okay with that. But that's a story for another live stream, I guess.
Right.
About a week and a half from now. You think we should call this one here?
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so once again, everyone, thanks for tuning in. We are being generously donated by Sentai Filmworks 7 different Blu-rays to give away to winners of for participating in watching these streams and all. I am not nearly as good at this plugging thing as Tay is. He's a fucking expert. Sub to us, watch these, fill out your bracket for who you think the top 8 is going to be, who you think will take the coveted crown of best girl this year, and maybe you will acquire one of the sweet, delicious anime prizes that we're handing out. The next live stream for this is going to be on Wednesday the 19th at either 6 or 7 p.m. EST. We'll have to nail down exactly what time works best for these. But we hope to see you all there. And don't forget to vote every day in the contest and show your best girl in the comments and all that other good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Cool. How do I end the stream?
Shoot the room, motherfuckers.
Stop.